Hello, my friend. Gaze your eyes upon the premier landmark of Japan, the school which has hosted the finest of students with great minds, powerful family foundations, and sky-high potential, all for over an entire century. Welcome to none other than Hyakkaou Academy! I still don't know why it does that every time you say the name, but anyways, I see you still don't have your crimson blazer, so allow me to be your guide and to brief you on some things. First, since the reign of current Student Council President Kirari Momobami, Hyakkaou Academy has adopted the house pet system. This is something you probably don't want to be a part of since you'll lose your rights as a human being, something slight, but to avoid it, when it's time to, donate to the school, you best not fall in the bottom 100 or your ass might get converted into an ashtray. I even seen some girl get a dog walked on a leash my first year. The shit is crazy. But most importantly, I want to talk to you about some key gamblers in the school from what I've observed and who you would need to avoid the most. But let's move to library prep room number 3 first, then I'll give you the whole rundown. Alright Satsuki, I wanted to bring you here to kind of get you acclimated with some names, 24 to be exact. I have intel on some students as far as their skills as gamblers, of course, in my opinion. Now, you have to pay close attention to what I'm about to say next. As we go student to student, at the end, I'll give them a letter grade, with the highest to lowest going from S, A, B, C, D, and lastly, F. The grades will be based on the sum of the score each character gets in 5 key skills. Skills that I think make a gambler. These skills are bluffing, luck, intelligence, cunning, and reading or the ability to read someone. The letter grade system is as follows. F means their score is in the range of 0 to 4. D means their score is in the range of 5 to 9. C means their score is in the range of 10 to 14. B means their score is in the range of 15 to 19. A means their score is in the range of 20 to 24. S means their score is a perfect 25. Of course, I'm rating their skill based on what I've seen, so take that how you will. So I'll get my book and we could go through the names one by one in alphabetical order. You ready? To keep it real, it didn't matter if you're ready or not. I'm programmed to do the same thing anyway, so let's get it. Hey my boy, eyes up. I know exactly what you're staring at. So this one is fierce. I heard that she yoked up one girl with one hand and almost ended her life. She has a very scary vibe to her. As for her gambling skills, I'm not too keen on them, but I venture to say she's no joke. This one you can find any place wherever Kirari is. She's damn near a magnet to her. As such, I strongly believe her gambling prowess is that of someone who has earned a place by the student council president's side. Haven't actually seen her gamble, but the whole student council is bad news, as you already know. Leader of the beautification committee, we have our gun-toting, eye patch wearing battle craze lady here. I don't think you need much of a warning just by looking at her. She will pull the trigger and she will beat you in whatever you play. Just leave her be, please. Yo, Satsuki, look me in my eyes. I cannot stress this enough. Stay away from this particular one. She's one half of the Poison Twins and not the one that you want to see. Damn near everyone she plays loses and ends up in the ER. Her gambling skills are up to par too. Not phenomenal, but still good, but that doesn't matter. If you want to live, stay away from her. This one is insane. She just got to the school and nearly ripped apart everything. Student council members, Momobamis, anyone. She even stayed a house pet voluntarily just so she could use her public match right on my Yuta. I don't think there's anyone that can match her ferocity except one person. Yo, this dude was a menace. Forget the gambling, I wouldn't get near this guy even if he breathed out money. He's okay in the skills department, I guess. Nothing crazy, he really just bullies his way into winning if I'm to be honest. This is the cute dog girl. So when I saw her, I thought she was just some kid, but she's actually one of the tougher ones and a part of the Momobami family. She's kinda gullible, but she's still very talented. So even after Yumeko knocked the Beijing out of his hair, dude is still formidable. They didn't give him that treasurer title for nothing. And even if he doesn't have his money, he still has his sharp wit, so I wouldn't take on the task of gambling this guy. The king is the king for a reason. If you have been at this school for longer than 30 seconds, you know of the legend of Kirari Momobami. She is the person who challenged the former student council president to a gamble and won the entire school as a first year. She came up with the house pet system and runs the school pretty much like a Yakuza boss. Pretty much bow down and kiss the ring with this girl. Ain't nothing you could do but stand in awe. I saw her walking around with Mary a little, but to be honest, I don't think I ever heard her talk. Not like it really matters because she is a silent killer. She is the vice president and a Momobami. It's like she's the best, or I guess in this case, worst of both worlds in a pool of piranhas. Yeah, don't gamble her if you value anything that you have. At first, I thought she was one of those life-size anime figurines, but turns out she's a real person, and a fellow high schooler at that. She's a part of the Momobamis, and they are all bad news with the exception of Yumi. I think she might be the weakest of them, but she still is not the opponent you want. She was top 10 in votes at some point though, so hey, take that how you will. Rumor has it Yuriko is the only person to beat the two monsters in the Hana class, Mary and Yumeko. So I thought she'd be one of the best gamblers in the school, but turns out that's not the case. Don't get me wrong though, she'll still trounce yo ass. But I say she's the weakest of the student council, but even then, yeah, she's still with it. This guy kinda had me shook when I first seen him, but he's actually a cool dude. I haven't seen him play too much because he's usually running with another guy named Reen. He's solid as a gambler though. Beatable, but a challenging foe nonetheless. According to almost everyone at this school, this guy is a sweetheart, but with my experience, I know when the guy's a snake. But he's a snake without a rattle. He's been finessing people with the new system he calls Bitcoin or Dogecoin or Scumcoin, something like that. Just don't even look this guy's way. He will take your shit. This girl right here should be your inspiration, your motivation. I remember when she first transferred, a lot of people roasted her because she was middle class trash that got here on a scholarship. And let's just say those same people who roasted her would easily, and I mean easily, be made a house pet by her in one fell swoop. Before Yumeko beat her, this girl here was crazy. I'm talking almost Midari crazy. She was ripping off people's nails and shit, even did it to herself on stage, and she went toe to toe with my Yuta, the treasurer, and lived to tell the tale. So yeah, don't approach this one. This guy. Word around school is that he's either the boyfriend, side piece, or personal servant to Yumeko, the school's Beyonce. I haven't seen him gamble much at all, to be honest. He doesn't seem too special though. So for a majority of the election, it was a dogfight between her and Kirari, and that should be enough of an explanation of its own. From what I've seen, she's the leader of those new Momobami students, and considering they all are practically monsters, that says a lot about her own credentials. You don't have to worry about her at all, to keep it real. I don't think I've ever seen her gamble before, and I think that's because she really can't. You can always find her with Terano. She seems like a nice girl though. Ah, this girl. Now, she used to be a house pet for a long time. This one big guy used to mess with her all the time, but that's just the nature of the game, I suppose. I actually think Tsubomi is free now. Still, she's not someone to be really worried about. This is Kawari Natari, the Kawari Natari, the one that was in that one movie, The Gambling Hole. Yo, I only got to see her gamble one time, but I think she smoked, and yes, smoked Yamami and Yumeko. It was wow. Don't think for a second because she's an actor, she's not crazy good. In fact, it's because she's an actor that you should be cautious of her. So this chick you should watch out for because of two reasons. For one, she's one of the poison sisters, and as the name indicates, she'll poison your ass. Two, she's a good gambler. Not as good as her sister, but they were able to beat a student council member, so there's that. I have never seen this small person gamble, but man, is she intimidating, like an evil gnome. She was in charge of all the officials in the election, and she has a keen eye for cheats of all kinds. And I can't imagine how dangerous she actually is because she's been in the student council since Kirari took over. You mad me, you mad me, you mad me. You mad me? Sorry, that got stuck in my head. So this is Hyakkaou Academy, pop idol, and don't let looks fool you. She is a demon. With her acting skills and cult-like charisma, I say that transfer well in the game of poker. She's kinda a problem. So that, my friend, is all of the gamblers ranked. I'll even give you a cheat sheet so you don't forget the pecking order. Take a look at it. Now, if you want to see the archives for last year, which I call Kakegurui Twin, I could hook you up at another time. But that's about all that's in my script, so you gotta quit. Right now. So we have made it at the end of the video. I had to add this segment. All right, I'll try to briefly cover things. So first and foremost, I want to thank anybody who made it to this part of the video. Love and appreciate you, man. If you want, as I teased at the end of this video, if you want me to do the same thing for Kakegurui Twin, I'm gonna need your help. I need you to throw your hands up for the Genki Dama, for the Spirit Bomb. I need this video to reach 5K in a month. That's the goal. Okay. If the video does that well, I'll get to working on the Kakegurui Twin video right then. And I say the end of the month, but I guess a better time frame would be at the start of October 1st. So 5K by October 1st, same thing, but Kakegurui Twin. And even if this video doesn't perform that well, I'll probably still end up doing it. It just won't be in the same format. Like you got this visual novel-esque thing going on. It'll probably just be me showing the mug and me doing like some tier list thing or something like that. It'll just be very bare bones because this video took a lot of editing. I don't even, the idea for this video, I had it for a year, and I think I've been working on this for a month and some change. But yeah, it was a lot of work to be put into it. It was some laziness and procrastination, but a lot of hard work. So if you want the same type of attention to detail and quality or whatever, 5K by October 1st. All right, you guys need to share the video in any way, Twitter, Reddit, whatever it takes. All right, but other than that, one of my motivations for making videos of this nature based on Kakegurui is the fact that when I looked on YouTube when I was first setting out to make a video on Kakegurui, wasn't many positive videos at all, and that kind of made me go, well, if nobody else is going to do it, you know what I'm saying, I was Thanos in this mug. I was like, yo, I got to do it myself. So another reason why I made this video is because I wanted more discourse on things other than shipping. The shipping stuff is fine and is lovely, but I think there needs to be more discussion outside of that. I want people to talk more about the characters, what's going on in the story, theories, and we don't really get that much outside of when a chapter drops and people talk about it briefly, then they go reset right back to shipping mode. So hopefully I can spark more talk about more things to talk about in Kakegurui, because it's more things to talk about in Kakegurui. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm asking for. I'm not asking for you guys to eliminate the discussion on shipping, just to have more varied discussions. Okay, if you want to inquire about why I chose the stats for certain characters or whatever, just ask me. Now I will say with 100% honesty, some of these stats were very arbitrary, meaning that they don't have meaning outside of just what I believe, just pure headcanon. Some of the stuff was based on what I seen in the story and the characters themselves. So if you have, again, any questions about why I gave stats or certain stats for certain characters, just ask me. Don't hold me to that completely, because if there are a lot of comments on this video and a lot of people ask me the same stuff, then I'll probably just not say anything at all. You're probably just going to look at some of the comments, but I will respond to some of you guys. And if you have a question like, oh, why is Yumeko's IQ not this high, whatever, I'll just try to answer it, and you know, we'll just go from there. So I think that's the last thing I wanted to mention. Again, appreciate anybody who watched to this point. Love and appreciate you. Satsuki the Savage, I'm out.
Tasting your soul, you're not in control, just giving you goals. Scared of your past, the future is closed. The start is the end is a start. They both are the same, can't tell them apart. Nigga, that's cuz the intro was the outro.